What have you learned now in this latest break?
Would you believe my favorite song on That Carter 3 is a crowd favorite? It's not even a big sort of commercial hit.
Right.
It's called Monster. Right?
Yes, it is.
And I didn't know that.
That it was a hit? That you actually have something in common with other people? Lil Wayne, you've done the impossible. You have brought Skip to the people. That's never been done before.
That's good.
All right, second down time.
That's his favorite song. But
let's talk some more NFL for you here. The Ravens and the Titans. Baltimore maybe one of the surprises here, and that people knew the defense was good, but maybe didn't know it was that good. Going up against the AFC's top seed, the Titans, this weekend. Who wins, and why did they win?
The Ravens win simply because the Titans haven't been punched in the mouth the way the Ravens are going to punch them in the mouth. And Wendell White has to prove more to me, and I think...
Really?
Yes.
Because?
Because he hasn't proved anything that spectacular to me this year, period. He's that good.
And you know him.
Yes, I know Chris better, but I know those both.
Chris Johnson, their two-headed monster, is running back.
Exactly. But to me, he's great. He's that 3-4 yard back.
Yeah.
You know, and
so
that's not going to.
Do you think he runs soft, or he's not quick and sudden, or?
I just don't. Exactly, he's not quick and sudden. He doesn't run soft at all.
Okay.
But he's not quick. He doesn't have. He's a good running back, Skip.
Whoa. Wow. Whoa. But isn't that the way he combines with Chris Johnson? It's almost like he provides one thing, Chris provides another, and so that's what makes them so dangerous. That dual threat.
That's what makes them so dangerous, but that's not what make him dangerous. So that's still the fact that that's what makes the Titans dangerous. That's not, basically I'm saying Chris doesn't help Lindell. He doesn't, if I was a player, I wouldn't be afraid of Lindell because of Chris.
Huh. And do you think the Ravens are dangerous enough to go how far?
The Ravens are going to win everything. They're going to win the Super Bowl.
Whoa, yes. You heard it here
Just
first.
Like back in
yes,
2000?
you heard it here. They're going to win the Super Bowl. Defense is...
Okay, I must tell you, I highly respect your Baltimore Ravens. I especially respect Ed Reed, the greatest ball hawk I have ever seen.
Amazing.
Magnet.
But I respect the Tennessee Titans at home with a week to rest even more than I respect the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I need Hainsworth and Van den Bosch and Mawai to be relatively like 90% healthy, and I don't know for a fact that they are, but I think they are. But I respect Jeff Fisher as a head coach, his ability to motivate and to game plan defensively against what is still, as much as I like Joe Flacco, a rookie quarterback. You trust your rookie?
That rookie quarterback you're talking about hasn't made too many mistakes.
No, not lately he hasn't. He did for a while. And he did in that game that they lost at home to Tennessee. He threw a couple of big picks.
3, though, right? Going all the way back.
He's like a new guy.
So you're going to tell me that Tennessee haven't been playing soft since they finally lost that game? When they was riding that ride, then when they lost that game, it's like they've been playing. It's not like the Celtics.
Okay, so you think they lost their mojo or whatever that thing is when they lost to Brett Favre at home? That's what you're saying?
I also think that they was just a great regular season team.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I still respect their ability to play even more physically, or at least as physically as the Ravens. And I think this will be the most physical headbangers ball of a game that we'll see the whole year. But I think at home with a whole week off, while the Ravens have to...
The most physical game will be the Ravens and the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Do you really think so?
Yes.
I don't think so. I think this is nasty. It's a rivalry. It's just...
Skip, I think the Titans get punched in the mouth and cry and go home.
Oh, God.
Wow. All right.
That'll go up on that bulletin board.
Well, they're not playing Lil Wayne, so that doesn't matter. That does it for second down. Coming up in third down, you heard Lil Wayne's take on the Ravens. How about the Chargers-Steelers matchup? Who's he picking in that one? We'll get thoughts from Skip and Lil Wayne on that in third down. Also ahead here on ESPN First Take, the first time in school history time, and we're going to check in with Amy Nelson before we get things started here, because there are a lot of people who have a lot of things to say to Lil Wayne. Amy?
Sure thing, Dana. Of course, it was inevitable that people were going to weigh in on the Skip versus Lil Wayne debate, and so I'll just get right to it. Eric from Tennessee, he said, Wayne is a little more quiet than I thought he would be. He is crazy if he thinks the Ravens are going to come and just punch the Titans in the mouth at home. Now, Jeff from Kentucky, I think Jeff's got the best point of the day, Dana. Anyone else thinks Skip is getting killed in this debate by someone who doesn't even have to raise his voice? Skip's finally met his match.
Yeah, Stephen A. does it with major intensity and just yelling at him, Lil Wayne. You just bring the comments, and that's all that you need.
Those were funny, Amy.
Thanks, Amy. We'll check in with Amy in just a little bit as well for more on that. Third down time right now, and we're going to go to the other two NFL games that we haven't touched on. Chargers, Steelers, who wins this one and why, Skip?
Wayne, I'm going to go out a little bit on a limb here the way you did, and don't let me be misunderstood like that far out on the limb, because I'm going to go with the Chargers to beat Pittsburgh in the cold in Pittsburgh, and my reason is heat, as in San Diego to me is inexplicably crazy hot right now. Phillip Rivers is crazy hot, just like unstoppably hot, and I think they caught a break when LT did get hurt. Not that I wish that on anybody, but Darren Sproles is the shock factor. He's the missing ingredient to that offense. It's pretty hard to defend against both him and Phillip Rivers and Gates. And I got to tell you, Ben Roethlisberger, and I don't wish this on anybody. Yeah. Oh, you got something?
Darren Sproles said hi. He's in my pocket. Yes.
All right, good. You know him?
He's in his pocket.
Yeah.
Wait, are you bigger than Darren Sproles?
I think I am.
I think he is. Lil Wayne is.
I think everybody missed that line. He said Darren Sproles is in my pocket. He said hi.
Well, I got the Steelers.
Yeah. Because?
Smartly.
I got the Steelers because LT isn't playing. And Darren's who?
Who?
Like, come on, Darren.
There he went. There he went.
Yeah.
He's hard to find. He's elusive. You don't even know who he is, but he's
Something
hard
like
to find.
you said they're hot. That's like an artist. You know, an artist can drop a hot single, but when you get to the studio with that artist and you want, because you know I do a lot of songs, I feature on a lot of songs. So when you get to the studio with that artist and you see that their creative game plan isn't as creative as you thought, then
to carry a whole album.
Yeah. So how hot are they? So how high are the Chargers? I don't think that single is bad enough in the Steelers.
The Dolphins were pretty hot too, going into their playoff game with the Ravens. Steelers have a Ravens-like
They were hotter
defense,
than the Chargers to me.
We knew who we thought they were. Come on, it was Chad Pennington. And remember now, your quarterback, Roethlisberger, is 1 sack away from concussion city. I mean, he just barely got back from a concussion.
Yeah, but it's more than been with the Steelers.
Healthy Willie Parker.
I'm just saying, sometimes teams get nutty hot.
All right,
Ike Taylor.
Yeah?
Harrison is going to eat Sproles.
Ooh, that'll be interesting to watch. The other game we haven't talked about, Cardinals-Panthers. Who wins this one, Lil Wayne?
I got the Cards.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the Cards because of Kurt Warner.
Speaking of hot teams, too, though.
Yeah, speaking of hot teams, but Adrian James. Adrian James is playing with a vengeance right now. And I don't think I don't think that they will stop the Cardinals.
Seriously?
Honestly.
Dwayne Michael Carter, you do not believe that. You do not believe that with all your heart.
Skip, Kurt's numbers are better. Fitzgerald numbers are better than Smith's.
But Arizona, to me, is strictly a home creation. They did beat their 3 division rivals on the road, but so what? Because that division is awful. Arizona went 0-5 on the road, and they're about, you know and I know, they're about to be 0-6. Anquan Bolden's got a strained hamstring. I don't know how effective he'll be, but probably not very. And I know people diss Jake Delhomme, but come on, Steve Smith makes him look way better than he deserves to look. And those 2 running backs of Carolina's, they aren't exactly Lindale Whites, as you might say.
Exactly.
Right?
Now, the running game for Carolina is something that they have to pay attention to, but I'm riding the hot team thing on this one.
You think so?
Yeah, and Kurt Warner, you can't just count Kurt Warner out, Skip.
Hey, this
he
team
has a knack to win big games.
Okay, but this team isn't even hot enough to have 1-hit single to me. Seriously.
Knocking out the Falcons is nothing?
Honestly.
At home, they're home creation because the crowd's crazy. They play great at home. Put them outside in Carolina, it's a little cool. No.
I think Skip, I think that Edgerrin James thing is going to be a real factor.
Well, he came to play last week for the first time in a long time.
You know how McGay he was put in at the toward the end of the game, and he was fresh. I think that's what we're getting here with Edgerrin James. He's fresh.
All right. All good games this weekend to watch. That does it for third down. Coming up in fourth down, Lil Wayne and Skip weigh in by critiquing a music video that our own Skip Bayless was a part of. Yes,
you
Skip
don't want to miss this.
in a music video. We'll check it out in fourth down.